Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome back to This and That Planning. These are the beautiful nails that I got done at Andromeda. They had me smiling all month long. I was super excited to get them done. Oh, you guys know how it is when you get nails that you just absolutely love. And the way she does her shapes, on point. You guys need to support Shan and order your nails from Andromeda. So this week we will be planning out August 29th to September 4th. Sorry, I did lose some footage, so I'm showing you my September dashboard and my September monthly. I'm getting ready to show you that. So I used the creme art, and then I believe it's Chai. It's Jessica Hearts was the art. I recorded all of it and was trying to free up some space on my phone for more recordings, and I ended up deleting it. I was kind of sad, but not too sad. So yep, doing the week of August 29th to September 4th. Originally I was going to do the Hot Mess by Caress Press. Instead I switched to Oak Avenue. This art is just stunning. Originally I didn't want to order it, but every time I saw it in all the different shops, I was in love. I love the art every time I saw it, even though it's really not my aesthetic. It reminds me so much of my mom. She thinks that she loves modern, which is what I love, but actually she's a little bit more farmhouse and country. And to me, this screams my mother. So I think that that's why I ended up picking up this art, because like I said, every time I saw it, it caught my eye. I loved it. And I think I loved it because it had me thinking about my mom. So the full boxes, the deco, the regular boxes, pattern boxes, I guess functionals, the heart checklist, trackers, icons. These are the flags, bottom washi. Love those boots. Oh my gosh, I love those boots. And then I added on some extras. I got the brunette tying the bow. Love it. And the tall box, which it kind of breaks my heart what I had to do that tall box. Love a tall box. Got the extra washi. And she added in some extra boxes with the kit. Then you are also going to see glitter headers and some more little things. Okay, so I was delayed in putting this week up. I actually put the week after this up already because I found this foil. Originally, I was thinking about the gold foil. See, I'm showing right here. The gold foil from Scribble Prints Co., the floral kit. I was liking it, but the floral was way overpowering. So I just wasn't sure. And when I saw that Leonard Designs had a foil bundle just for this kit, I absolutely had to, and I ordered it in bronze. So we got bronze foil, Oak Avenue foil kit from Leonard Designs with the Oak Avenue weekly kit from Caress Press. So it looks like I am now turning it upside down to do the bottom washi because it's my favorite, and separating out the boxes. So I'll discuss this week a little bit. So this week, Dan came back to work from his surgery. I wanted him to stay home longer. Somebody at our job had the same surgery. She was out for 3 months. His doctor advised at least 1 month. So he stayed out the entire week of his surgery. His surgery was on Tuesday. He stayed out that whole week. He wanted to go back the very next week, but I did talk him into staying home 1 more week. But there was no way I was getting him to stay home 3. So he did go back to work on Monday. So that was basically the big event there. On Tuesday, I got my last mani-pedi with my old nail tech. So this is before I started seeing sham plans at Andromeda, which absolutely loving. And Tuesday, it says that was hot that day. So that's kind of why I was thinking about the Hot Mess kit and why I ended up going with Oak Avenue. is she has like that little strappy dress, you know, so it's still kind of warm, but you got the fall colors. So I thought it was a beautiful transition into fall. And we had a crazy heat wave. It was up over 110 almost every day this week. So when you're talking, you know, late August, early September, where I live, Nevada, it's still kind of hot. But wow, it was up over 110, guys. Like, it was a crazy heat wave. So we had that. Started finding a quirk with the car that Dan had bought. I think I mentioned that. And 2 Plan With Me's ago. So my car broke down just as he had his surgery. And that was like our reliable transportation. So he went out and got a different car because I was driving the truck, and the truck is just way too expensive on gas. So the car that he got, for some reason, wasn't recognizing it was in park. Like, you put the car in park and it's in park, but it's telling you it's not in park. It's like crazy. So even since then, we have found a couple things. Like, I would, you know, put it in reverse, back it up a little, go forward. Sometimes that would work. Sometimes I'd have to do it a couple times. Dan's now finding, like, if you open the car door, then it helps. So, yeah, all the things. Wednesday, let's see, it looked like, yeah, still hot. Had robotics, just work stuff, nothing all that fun and exciting. Thursday, the weight loss challenge at my job. We always have our weigh-in on Thursdays, and I placed 3rd. So how our weigh-in challenge goes, we have, oh, sorry, I'm looking at the color blocking, and it did work for the 29th, 30th, and 31st. It was spot on, but when we got to the 1st, the Caress Press color dots did not match up with the days anymore. So when I do get fortunate and the colors line up all the way through the week, I will use the colors in the kit. Since they didn't match up the whole way, I did go with the foil. So I apologize. Back to the weight loss challenge. So at work, every month we have a weight loss challenge. So you can join some months and not other months. 100% up to you. You can be in it every single month from beginning to end, which is kind of my goal for this year. So it costs $20 for the month, and you have your initial weigh-in. So the very first time that you join the challenge, you have your initial weigh-in. If you're in the previous challenge, it will be your final weigh-in. So your final weigh-in is your initial weigh-in for the next month, is what I'm kind of getting at. So you pay your $20, and then the first week after the initial, the first place gets $20. And I don't remember which week this was in the month, but placing 3rd did not get me any money. I was excited that I made it top 5. As far as weight loss went, I was really proud of that. So the first place in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd week gets $20. The rest of the place, they just get mentioned, you know, the top 5 get mentioned, and their percentage, because we go off of percentage, and that's how we determine who wins. The 4th week is for everything. So 3rd place in the 4th week gets $20. 2nd place gets $40. And 1st place gets all of the rest of the money that was put in for that challenge. So when I placed 3rd, I did not win any money. So, but I was just excited that I was in the top 5. So it was the first time that I had placed top 5. We had done weight loss challenges before COVID, and it was only like 1 or 2. And I did kind of okay the first time, if I remember. The second time I ended up gaining weight, and I got super busy, and then all the things, and COVID, we all got sent home, you know, and it took a while to pick things back up. But last year they started doing it, and weight loss was not on my radar. And I'm like, you know, why am I paying $20 to not really participate in something? But this year, weight loss is my number 1 goal. So since it's my number one goal, I think even if I never won a single penny in the challenge, just $20 every month for that accountability that you're sending your weight off to somebody every week. And I know I'm going to have to do it every Thursday morning. So, it's wonderful. And usually we have a good group of people that are messaging and encouraging, sometimes not encouraging. Sometimes they're talking about crumble cookies. And as bad as that is for them, I'm not much of a sweet tooth kind of person. So it doesn't bother me if they want to talk about crumble cookies at all. But, in all honesty, when I went to the fair, I had a Dole Whip and I kind of sent a picture of my Dole Whip. So that was real evil. But we also do, we'll show, little cute memes, funny memes, people walking, different workouts, stuff like that. So it's a fun little group that we have at the school. Looks like I also went to Rallies that day. So that was an experience in itself. I don't know if you guys know what Rallies is. It's a drive-through fast food restaurant. When I grew up in Michigan, we had them and they kind of went away. Didn't really see them around very much. You might see one periodically. Don't know if it was open. And so on our commute from where we live to work, my guy and I happened to notice a Rallies that we were driving by, and I'm like, they used to have banana shakes. So I love banana shakes. I love strawberry shakes. So I'm like, weigh-in day, so it's kind of like cheat day. So let's check it out. Let's have some Rallies. And when we went there, guys, it was the craziest experience when we went to Rallies. So my cheat day, I placed third. I'm all proud of myself. Gonna have myself a banana shake. Like, super happy. Go to Rallies. Dan and I decided that we would go in and eat inside of Rallies. Now, why we decided this, he's still in a sling from his surgery. Like I said, he just barely came back to work on Monday. And so he still has to wear a sling. Sorry. So he still has to wear a sling. And so he only has one arm, and the shoulder he got operated on was his dominant arm. So it's kind of challenging for him to eat, let alone trying to eat in a moving car. And if I'm going to have a shake and a burger and all the things and drive 90 minutes, it's not going to be so easy to drive and manage all this. So we decided that we would eat in. So we parked the car and we go up to the store of Rallies and it's locked. And I'm like looking, there's no note anywhere. Very, very strange. It doesn't say short staff, drive through only, nothing. No note, no nothing. So we go to some other doors and you can see like the front counter where you go up and order. And there was an employee behind the front counter and there was a man sitting on a chair and it looked like on his phone. I don't know if it was like, if he was playing games or what, I don't know. Older man though, and he's sitting by the counter on his phone, and that door is locked as well. Again, no signs saying anything, and it was so odd. And looks up, sees us, and then goes back to his phone, and it's like, okay, this is weird. And we walk around, we start to go to the car, and we notice that there's a window where you can walk up to the window. There's seating out front. And there's like a window that almost like a drive-through window, but it's for the outside seating area. And so we went up to that window and there's another employee like putting food together and stuff. She sees us. She does not acknowledge us, does not talk to us. We're standing there waiting and she continues like doing whatever she's doing and doesn't motion, doesn't talk, doesn't nothing. And it's so odd. And we're starting to notice a lot of cars go through the drive-thru. And so we decided, all right, fine. If we want Rallies, apparently we got to go through the drive-thru. Now, guys, this totally blew my mind. It's craziest of all crazy things. So we're going through the drive-thru and it's an automated drive-thru. Like you call some customer service line and it's like, press 1 for English. And then it says in another language, basically press 2 for Spanish and all the things. And you're just pushing numbers or say yes now or push 1 for yes. like automated. Like that's what it was. So we ordered our food through an automated system. It was wild. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. You'll have to tell me down in the comments if you've had an automated fast food place. Like it's nuts. So anyway, we order from a computer apparently. And then we drive up, we get our food, and then we had to park in a parking lot to eat it. And we had to eat in our car because, like I said, you know, his dominant arm is in a sling. And me driving, it's like trying to drive and eat wouldn't work out so well. So, quite interesting experience. So, there's that. Then Friday, progress reports were due. Met with an administration about renewing my license and trying to get column advancement. Again, still hot. I have down Rings of Power. So my guess is I watched some Rings of Power episodes. I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. An ex was really big into Lord of the Rings and kind of had me watch the whole series. So I kind of feel invested at this point. So, and I know like Katniss Jess is all about it. Some of you guys are about it. So it's like, okay, if I want to understand what all the hype is about, I got to stay up. So I did watch a couple episodes of Rings of Power, but I get caught up on different shows. So, right now, what is it? The Equalizer. So I went back to season 1 of The Equalizer and started watching that because I just barely caught that show. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. So I mentioned once upon a time that I was thinking about doing, instead of daily gratitude, like a daily funny, you know, something funny that happened in that day. And, so, it kind of came about from this. It was the second day in the month, you know, Friday was the September 2nd. So I have a Samsung smartwatch. I am not an Apple user. I'm a diehard Samsung. But I have a Samsung watch. And not sure if Apple does the same thing, but it detects when I'm working out. So like if I'm swimming, if I'm walking, anything like that, it says workout detected. And it usually tells me what I'm doing. You know, if I'm walking, swimming, all the things. So where we park at work is quite a walk from where we actually, like where our rooms are. And when I say we, I mean Dan and I. So usually park the car, walk entirely through the building, and we go to his classroom first. So that's where he is, and he has our lunch and stuff. He usually keeps it in his room. And why there? Because since he's auto shop, he actually has a bathroom in his classroom as part of his classroom. And usually after a 90-minute drive and getting ready to teach 3 hours, I usually use the bathroom before going out to my classroom. And so every morning or every day after school, the bathroom is clean. So it's a nice, fresh, clean bathroom in the morning. It's a little bit more private than, you know, the staff bathrooms. So I use his bathroom and then I head out to my classroom. So what's so funny? It's kind of funny, but kind of not. So walking through the building, getting to his room, going to the bathroom, as I'm pulling up my pants from the bathroom, my watch detected I was working out. I'm like, that is not funny. I don't work out pulling up my pants. That's ridiculous. But it was kind of, like, you can understand the humor. You see the humor in that. It was funny. You know, my watch has some comedic timing there. So it usually detects I'm working out usually after 10 minutes of a workout. So it was more the long walk that it was detecting and not so much me pulling up my pants, but, you know, comedic timing and all. So that there was that. Let's see. Friday, again, it just looked like a lot of getting stuff done. It was really, really hot. Looks like I was having trouble with a voiceover. I painted some letters for my room. Painted it like a beach theme and a paper rack to hold papers for the kids. So just, you know, and chores around the house. And Sunday, it looks like I continued to unpack. I unpacked all my kitchen boxes that day. We're still trying to sort all that out, guys. It's horrible. I know I'm saying that, but I mean, like, it's just awful. You don't even know. Like, we have 2 toasters and 2 blenders and 2 drawers full of silverware. Like, we got to figure it out and, like, merge our lives a little bit better. But yeah, it looks like I unpacked, and again, still more organization. So that is it for that week. Sorry, my pin got knocked over. So we are still working on this spread. Like I said, I think it is absolutely gorgeous spread. The bronze Oak Avenue foil from Liner Designs. Oak Avenue Liner Designs. We just put those together. So that really was the call. Like, it was just stunning, beyond stunning. So no matter whose artwork or whose shop you picked up this artwork from is absolutely insane. So this is where it happens with my tall box tier. I love my tall boxes. It really helps fill up a sidebar. Like, absolutely love those tall boxes. Guys, I loved all the artwork in here. Couldn't decide. Didn't know what to do. So, yes, I decided to take up the last little bit with the tall box, and I cut my tall box smaller than a normal box. See, I'm looking to see if it'll look okay. It does. It looks okay. But it's so sad to cut a tall box, because I just feel like in my mind, in my experience, there are not enough tall boxes in the artwork. Like, some people are really good at getting us tall boxes, and there's like a tall box option, at least as an add-on for almost every kit. Love that for us, but it really did kind of hurt my soul to cut down a tall box like that. She was such a stunning tall box and loved all of it, but it was, I had to keep a portion of it or lose it all. So we went with keeping a portion of it. Okay, so to finish out my spread, I think I'm going to do an autumn tag. So this autumn tag was created by Beauty with Lauren. No one tagged me, but it's always nice to at least answer some questions so people can get to know you a little bit better. So number 1, what is your favorite thing about autumn? So back home, in Michigan, we have the seasons where all the colors change. There's nothing like a Michigan fall. Guys, if you ever get the opportunity, 10 out of 10, absolutely recommend. You will see why I am raving about the fall. And I left and moved to Nevada right before the height of the color changes. I left and came here right around October 10th. October 10th was my very first day on my job when I started here. So it was finishing out September, beginning of October. The leaves were just starting to change, but it's stunning. You have orange and yellow and red. You still have green, but you have different shades of green that you don't normally see. And then you have some that don't change, like your pine trees, they stay the same. So you have all the colors. It's just so incredible and so beautiful. But when I think about autumn, I don't really think about in the state that I'm in now. I think about back home. So back home, when I think about autumn, it's sweater weather, it is apple orchards, it's bonfire. It's like so cozy, and just that cold is in the air. Trust, cold is not a good thing, but coming off of the summer, we have humid heat. So that's the wet heat. You go outside and it's like you're just soaking wet. So coming off of that, and in those mornings, it's just so like you got that chill. And I know it sounds odd, but in the fall, it's not cold yet. It's not cold yet, but you got that chill in the air, and it's kind of like a shot of espresso, as I imagine. Can't really have espresso, but it's kind of like a shot of espresso, so it gets you going, you know, first thing in the morning. I just think it's absolutely lovely. Number 2, are you taking part in Blogtober? Maybe this is not the right tag for me to do. I don't have a blog, so no. favorite autumnal drink. So my favorite drink in autumn, it's kind of my favorite drink all year round, is a pumpkin chai latte. Like, absolutely love it. I found that I love it hot, cold. Right now I'm having a trouble finding pumpkin spice flavoring. Favorite autumn candle. Again, I'm a pumpkin spice girl. Not really so much into candles, but you know, we love a good wax, don't we? And I actually just purchased a ton of waxes, but I'm a little bit of a pumpkin hoe, so anything pumpkin, absolutely love it. Favorite item of clothing for autumn, back home, sweater weather. I love a good sweater. Here, you gotta wait till winter to bust out the sweaters. You get to wear jeans a lot more comfortably here. So I love a good pair of jeans too. 6, how do you decorate your house or room for Halloween autumn? At the moment, as I've stated a couple times, still moving in, still figuring out all the things. So we'll get into seasonal decorations more as we go. But right now, the only seasonal decor that we're keeping up with, he had a refrigerator magnet of a snowman that he kind of had up all year. And I love a snowman. I do. And one of my favorite things to decorate winter months with is snowmen. But I can't look at Frosty all year. It just doesn't happen, or Olaf, whatever you want to call the snowman. So purchased a truck with fireworks in the background, and now that it's fall, had to go. And just recently, I want to say in the past week personally, just got a new dishwasher magnet, and it has like a fall, like a waterfall, and some fall leaves on it. Just absolutely stunning. So that's kind of all I have for decoration, and my classroom is beach themed. If you want me to take you on a tour of my classroom, I'd love to, but there is so much decoration in my classroom. It's a little hard to do seasonal, and the beach kind of clashes with fall. But I do have a pumpkin on my desk that says hello fall, because it's one of my favorite seasons. 7, what do you do on Halloween? This Halloween I'm gonna work. It happens to be a Monday, so I will be at work. I asked my guy, he said he doesn't get very many trick-or-treaters. When last apartment and condo I was in, no trick-or-treaters. It seems like most people trunk-or-treat here. So it's like everybody gets together in a parking lot. They decorate their trunks. They have a whole bunch of candy in their trunks, and the kids kind of go that. That seems to be more of a thing. I'm not sure. I didn't grow up here. But it seems like trick-or-treating is not very prevalent in the areas that I seem to reside in. But at school, we kind of have this thing where someone that you don't know, it's anonymous, they give you some type of treat, and they call it being booed. And once you get your treat and you have been booed, you pay it forward by doing to other people. So just recently I got booed and paid it forward. So that's a little bit of Halloweenish stuff, but on Halloween I'm just basically gonna work. Maybe watch a Halloween movie. It depends. It's a Monday. I might come home and crash. And it looks like that is the end of our planner tag. Or the autumn tag. So, yep, let's see. Oh, yes. Putting down the hole protectors. So with my tall box that I had to cut into smaller than a full box, I was looking for some foil deco to put on it. Didn't really have any foil deco in this kit, but that's fine. I don't usually use it, so it's not that big of a deal. Was just trying to look at something for a foil overlay, and it is smaller than a full box at that point when I cut it down. So I went through some of my fall stickers from Sadie Stickers and from the Sticker Guru, and landed on a bee. So it's in gold foil But B from Sadie Stickers is where I decided. I figured all the little flowers, and you're ending the summer and going into fall. So have one last little bee. Friendly bee. Trying to see what I'm looking for now. It's been a minute. It's been at least a week since I laid this down. Looks like I'm looking at my deco to decide what to put up in the corner. A lot of it was rather large and adorable. So when you have large and adorable, it makes it a challenge on what to go with. And if I'm not mistaken, I wanted to go with some flowers, some of the little flower sprigs, and the sticker wanted to fight me. Or I tried with the camera, as I couldn't see a camera in any of the pictures. So I'm like, oh, that'll be perfect. I'll use the camera. And I just couldn't seem to get it up off of the sticker sheet. So I was like, okay, fine, you win. I'll pick something else. And then that's when I decided to go with the little flower sprigs. And again, it was fighting with me. And if I'm not mistaken, right here, yep, tore it. Tore it off. So sad. Had to have a funeral and some sticker surgery. So we put that on, and then the little bit that tore off. And good as new. Nope, it came up with the tweezers. Now it's good as new. And if I didn't have enough fun fighting with this sticker sheet, and usually Crafts Press I don't have issues. It's very rare that I have issues with cut lines, and it was just this. So I don't know if it was just so dainty that's why we had the trouble, or just this sheet. I don't know. So another sprig of flowers, and we put Letters to Apollo script. And I was deciding on what color to go with. Let me see. I actually have this spread right here. What did I go with? Rose gold. Rose gold was the winner. I think it matched best with the bronze. So I had gold for the bee and rose gold for the August. Sometimes you just do what you got, right? So now we're doing fancy labels. Because I do not have the washi strips. Well, she does have a few washi strips on the pattern page. At least I thought she did. This must be the new format. Somewhere, maybe. I know she has a few washi strips, but I think that they're a little on the thinner side, if my memory is serving. And like these with the solids, they have words on them. So we just go with the fancy labels. And we use those for the wacky holidays. I'm getting so excited, guys. I am getting on the tail end. So I have almost met my goal of 1 full year of spreads, which is super exciting. I know some of you guys have been doing it for years and years, but I had just started. It's been about 1.5 years for me now. But I took a long pause. I didn't have it together. I'm still trying to figure it out. Guys, some days it's such a hot mess. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so we got those on. And now with the wacky holidays. And then, if I'm not mistaken... No, it wasn't the spread. So we did do it right on this one. So as you can see, I have the missing week from when I did coffee shop. I don't know if you guys actually notice that, if you guys pay attention that closely, or if you guys just notice things. See, I'm so happy I finished a sheet. I always get so happy when I finish one, because I'm like, yes, I'm just that much closer to my goal. But anyway, I don't know if you guys would have noticed that I did the weeks out of order because I was waiting on that foil. It didn't take long. It was kind of one of those things. I was going to sit down and film it, and I just really had reservations, and somehow I ended up coming across the Leonard Designs foil bundle. And when I came across that, I'm like, oh, I have to. And so I just set it aside and did the one following it. And it looks like that is it, and showed you the spread. So have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Bye, guys.